Acho, who are you to speak for black people? I didn't make myself the spokesperson for black people.
Right.
I just started talking and people chose to listen. I didn't.
Why would that be a problem, you think, when people say that? Because I've heard people say that, like, you can't speak for us. Like, what does that even
I think, again,
as if you're not us.
I think people are conflating culture and color. The dilemma in America that we're subject to is black based on the color, not exclusively black based on the culture. When I get pulled over by a cop, it's not, oh, you're Nigerian.
Right.
You look black. I'm 6'2", 240 and black.
Right.
You feel me? So the dilemma, the mainstay of the dilemma in America, modern day, is predicated upon the color, not necessarily the culture. But when people are saying you're not one of us, they're talking about the culture.
Right. Yeah.
But the discrimination in America is based upon the color before you ever know the culture.
Damn right.
So I think a lot of people are conflating two things.
And what about you? Because I would consider, and you, I don't want to speak for you, but I would consider me, yourself, I would consider us, quote unquote, bicultural, because we grew up in two different cultures. Like,
facts.
people tell me all the time, like, man, you sound like you white. I was like, I grew up in a Nigerian neighborhood, Nigerian household, and I grew up in South, I would tell anybody, come grow up in the neighborhood I grew up in the 80s and the 90s, and tell me, like, how could you get more of a cultural, quote unquote, culture? And that's what a lot of people want you to believe the cultural experience is, because it feels like the culture has to be associated with something negative.
Negative, right.